Thank you for watching Johnny while I need the time.
Oh, yeah. Johnny and I have a great time together. Right? Well, we do.
He talks about you all the time when you're not around. You like Josie, don't you?
He's a great kid. Hey, don't worry. We'll find something super fun to do while your dad's in the meeting. Okay?
He's been like this all day, right, sweetheart? He doesn't want to open up about what's wrong.
I'll talk to him.
Thanks. I better go.
Hey, I'm really glad that you decided to work things out with Craig.
Oh, I'm trying to keep my promise to Lucy. Let's see if Craig wants to do the same.
Well, you've got the lawyers there to help you with the rough patches.
I hope so, but, you know, you never know with these lawyers.
I thought you said Tom Hughes was fair.
He is. Very talented. If I were Craig, I'd be looking for a shark.
Well, I'm glad I ran into you.
Yeah, well, I'm meeting a client.
What a coincidence. That's what I'd like to be.
Excuse me?
Dusty and I aren't making much progress on how to share responsibility for Johnny.
So I've heard.
And you know what family feuds can be like.
Thanks to you, I do.
Come on, I can't be the only relative you've ever fought with.
No, you're the only one that I don't care to make peace with.
I've earned that. But I also want to prove that I've changed.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I have my son, and I want him to be proud of me. And the last thing he needs is a war between me and Dusty Donovan, so I think the best thing is for the professionals to come in and just sort the whole thing out.
Are you asking me to represent you?
I am.
Wouldn't you be a little more comfortable with someone that shared your love of duplicity?
That's the last thing I want. All right, I know we've had our disagreements.
That's putting it mildly.
But I really want to do things differently. I really want to resolve this peacefully.
Well, that's exactly what Dusty wants, which is why I've agreed to represent him.
I see. And family doesn't count for anything?
That's funny coming from you.
I know I have a lot of work to do to bring Margot around.
My advice, don't hold your breath.
Then I'll keep plugging. I want Johnny to have a home, a family, and a life that isn't poisoned by his father's mistakes.
Well, I hope you really mean this, Craig.
I do. And I'd like you and Margot to be a part of it.
As you said, there's still plenty of work to be done, so I'm happy to steer you towards the second best attorney in Oakdale.
All right. I may just take you up on that.
Well, here's my client now.
Hello, Dusty.
Craig.
Where's Johnny?
In the lobby with Josie.
Oh. Do you mind if I say hello?
That's fine if that's all it is.
See? We're getting along better already.
What do you say? You want to go upstairs and play with your trains?
I want to go outside.
I know, but the doctors want you to be extra careful right now. Maybe we can ask your dad when he gets back.
But I want to go now.
Okay. Okay, maybe just for a minute, and we'll just stay right outside the hotel, okay? All right, let's go get our coats.
Well, I'll leave you two to your meeting and go see my son. Just to say hello. I'll call you for that referral.
Referral for what?
Yeah, an attorney after I said that I wasn't interested.
He tried to hire you?
He did, but I told him you were a client, and I offered to just steer him another way.
Yeah, steer him to some ambulance chaser with a serious drinking problem.
I thought that might be a little obvious.
I'm surprised he didn't bring in some legal hitman, some hotshot, you know.
Tell you the truth, I'm kind of surprised myself.
So, where do we stand?
It's hard to say. You see, there's not a lot of legal precedent being set these days with two fathers fighting over the custody of the same child without a mother in the picture.
So it's up in the air.
It's really hard to say how any judge will rule.
So the stakes are my son and his future.
That's correct.
So what do we do?
I think our best strategy is to make sure that we don't go to court.
Is that Leo the locomotive? I thought that I recognized him from your coloring book. And that's coming from the station.
Can we go see it?
Yeah, sure.
Johnny boy! Oh, where's Mort? Oh, it's good to see you. Dusty said you guys were out here.
Really? You saw him?
Yeah, in the lounge. I told him I was going to come say hello. He didn't have a problem with it.
Okay, well, you said hello. I think we're gonna go back inside. Let's go, Johnny.
So how do we stand in court?
Settle.
You made compromise with Craig.
And I think the first offer should come from you.
Why?
You already have legal custody, so any time that Craig is allowed to spend with Johnny has come out of your time, so you might as well earn points for being magnanimous.
I don't get the reasoning.
Well, it's also going to allow us to set the tone for the negotiations as long as we don't set the bar too high.
So what do we offer?
It's up to you.
I don't know. It's not easy for me to offer the guy anything.
Well, you're going to have to remember that he is Johnny's biological father, and any judge is going to take that into account.
First, Tom, I have a demand.
What is it?
I want all charges against Lucy dropped so she can come back.
I think that's probably reasonable. What are you willing to give up?
You mean, when can Craig spend time with my son?
That's what I mean.
How about we start with never and get tougher from there?
Now, why would you go back inside on such a beautiful day?
Johnny's still recovering.
Fresh air is the best medicine. Besides, that hotel is way too stuffy, isn't it, Johnny? Tell you what, you can go ahead and take your walk, and I'll just tag along.
You know, I don't think that's such a good idea.
I really don't want trouble. I just want to spend time with my son.
Well, why don't you clear it with Dusty first?
That's already in the works. Things are being worked out as we speak.
Well, that's good. It is upsetting for Johnny when you two fight.
I know. But now there's lawyers involved. They're being paid by the hour. I don't really see this thing being fast-tracked. But I would like to extend an olive branch to you. Even though you sent me on that wild goose chase so Lucy could see Johnny before she left.
Well, she was like a mother to him.
She kidnapped my son.
To keep him away from you.
Oh, I see you've bought Dusty's side of the story.
I know what I saw. It's because of you that Johnny has been separated from the woman who obviously means the world to him. So don't tell me how much you care, because I am not interested.
I don't want war with Dusty. I think we can work this out, but to do that, he has to agree.
He agrees with you in theory. He just doesn't trust you.
Well, he can cry me a river, because like it or not, Johnny is my son.
Okay, here's the problem. You and Dusty keep butting heads, but the one who's getting hurt in all of this is Johnny. Johnny?
Johnny.
Johnny!
Where is he?
He was right here.
Johnny?
Oh my God, he's gone.
No, go back to the hotel. Look for him there. I'll look in the street. Johnny!